From an early age, Austrian billiard sensation Jasmin Ouschan was very clear about her one and only goal: to be recognized someday as the best player in the world. How did this hard-working and focused athlete treat the top women players in the world at one of her sport's major championship events? Number 9, Helena Thornfeld. Number 8, Gerda Hofstedt. Number 5, Ga Young Kim. Number 3, Kelly Fisher. Number 2, Karen Korr. Only one player now stands between Jasmin Ouschan and the biggest victory of her young life: the number 1 ranked player in the world, Allison Fisher. The curtain's going up on 2 final headliners in Las Vegas. From the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's the final of the Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship. Hello, everybody. Welcome, as always, to Las Vegas and the Riviera Hotel. Mitch Lawrence and the striking Viking Ava Mattia Lawrence here with you today for the Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship. If it sounds a bit unfamiliar, it's because for the past 7 years, it's been the BCA Open 9-Ball Championship. And Ava, you know as well as anybody out here on tour, this is a big-time event, no matter what you call it. Today, a very, very much anticipated matchup between up-and-coming star Jasmin Ouschan and the great name in all of Q Sports, Allison Fisher.
I think there's going to be some fireworks today. I mean, you have the number 1 player. We always expect phenomenal play out of Allison. She has proven it for so many years here on the U.S. Tour. On the other hand, Jasmin Ouschan is one of the most confident, comfortable players I've seen under the pressure. She had a little bit of a hard time against Helena Thornfeld in the semifinals, but I think that she's ready for this. She's used to the lights, and she has a lot to prove here on U.S. soil.
As we get ready for the opening break here at the Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship, I think a fitting name, Enjoypool.com. We're about to do that. This is what they're playing for: a fantastic trophy, symbolic of a major championship. Beautiful to look at, and certainly will make one of these two very, very proud. Allison Fisher with 2 of them. The inaugural BCA Open 9-Ball title in 1999 and last year in 2005. The defender will attempt to do just that against that woman, Jasmin Ouschan. And that is a very focused Miss Ouschan from Austria. She will await her turn. Allison Fisher won the lag and has the opening break.
Well done there. I mean, she made a ball on the break, which ultimately that's what you're really looking to do, to keep control of the table. But she did not get, she drew the cue ball way back here, so with the 1 landing on the rail, obviously she doesn't have a shot. 2 balls blocking the pocket down here, even if she wanted to get adventurous here and try to cut that down. So she's going to have to, it looks like, lag this 1 ball down to the other side of the table. See if she can get it behind that 9. Nothing wrong with that speed control.
Nicely done as Jasmin comes to the table. She plays quickly, so we will quickly give you the rules of the game. It's a race to 7 for the title. They will alternate the break. There's a 30-second shot clock with 1 extension per rack on the players, and it will be cue ball fouls only. Jasmin Ouschan from Klagenfurt in Austria.
She would have loved to play a little bit of spin on this and hit and stick and try to play a safety, going to the rail first, up and hit the 1 ball. But you can't do it because the 8's right there. All the 1 ball is going to do is go right into the 8 ball and leave a shot for Allison. So instead, really smart play here. She's going to come from behind, 2 rails, side rail, end rail, come up and try to hit full hit on this 1. Oh, that'll work too. The ultimate thing that you try to do is to separate the cue ball and the 1. And instead of sending the 1 ball down to the end of the table, she'd sent the cue ball. And now Allison, even though she made a really good safety, still has a tall order here on this 1 ball. But the only thing she's got, I mean, she could try to cut this in, but that's a really, really difficult shot. So what she's going to do instead is just lag it, hit half ball, send the cue ball behind the 8. Pretty much exactly like that. Well, it's so easy to call Allison because she just, it's so textbook with her. It is just absolute perfect pool when she's in those situations.
And you will see a number of very familiar faces from the WPBA Classic Tour watching this match. It is, I said, anticipated. to say the least, because we have all known that Jasmin Ouschan has been but a step away from competing at this level. And now the time is here. A good hit, but this is the result Allison Fisher wanted after a good safety.
Good hit by Jasmin. Nothing wrong with the shot, but it was tough to actually create a safety there, and instead she's left a wide open table now for Allison. And like you said, she planned this, she played a good safety, and she was rewarded.
There's the one, and as Allison chalks up, we will mention this terrific playing equipment. Beautiful waterfall table by Ouschan, Simonis 860 cloth, Super Aramith Pro Balls, the Sardo M5000 tight rack, and Masters chalk provided by Tweet and Fiber. As always, we thank them for their support. Allison Fisher now will try to capitalize and get on the board first. Race to 7, Ava, and how important it is to put some pressure on Jasmin early. If Allison can do that, and she's been as good as anyone who's ever played the game at putting pressure on another player.
No question. There's very, very rarely do you get any breathing room with Allison, and normally if you do, it's early in the match. But with her winning the lag and then controlling this rack, even though she didn't break and run out, with her safety play, she controlled the rack. She gets out here. I know it's the first rack, but it puts a lot of pressure on the other player, because knowing Allison's game, she's not going to give you a lot of room to breathe.
Veteran move there. Takes her extension, did not like it. Collects herself. Pretty to watch.
Yeah, her execution of each shot is just so perfect. There's a reason why she's the most consistent shot maker out there. It is because her approach at every ball is exactly the same. If she doesn't like it, she'll be, like you said on the last shot, she quickly gets back up and starts over again. She's got a pre-shot routine like no one else's, and it really pays off and shows up in her consistency of play.
And what it allows you to do as a player is to just play the game. She's not thinking about anything mechanical right now. She is just doing what she needs to do.
Great point. Exactly.
And any of us watching, we revel in her ability to play the shots that are supposed to be played. We talked about Jasmin Ouschan's week and how fantastic it was in our opening, but this, nothing to sneeze at. Allison Fisher, undefeated through one of the toughest fields you will find anywhere. Tough match in the middle of the event against Xiaoting Pan, a 9-8 victory for Allison in that. But once again, and how many times have we said it, Allison Fisher attempting to defend the title here in Las Vegas leads Jasmin Ouschan by 1 round. The Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship is brought to you by the Billiard Congress of America, inviting everybody to enjoy pool. By Ouschan Billiards, America's favorite pool table. And by Simonis Cloth, since 1680, the cloth of champions.
The players, the excitement, the bravado is back. The 2006 World Series of Poker, Tuesday at 8, preceded by the World Series of Darts at 7 on ESPN.
The game's best players. The game's best table. The game's best surface. No matter how you break it, make it, say it, from every angle, in any light, Ouschan just feels right. The world's finest table with original Italian slate. Ouschan, the best in billiards.
American Standard, heating and air conditioning.
Never buy a used car without a Carfax Vehicle History Report. Ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com.
I didn't learn by reading books or anything like that. I learned by playing. When you get online, there's no embarrassment factor. I mean, if you make a bad play, no one's there to laugh at you. You're in the comfort of your own home. You can make mistakes. Poker players have very good memories. When you log on to PokerStars.net, you have virtually unlimited note-taking ability. You're trying to remember, are they aggressive? Do they bluff a lot? Do they call off bluffs? Things like that. You make mistakes, you learn from your mistakes, and the next time you play, you're that much better. I'm Money 800. Come play with me on PokerStars.net.
You're watching the Enjoypool.com 9-ball championship. Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action. And right now, the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Vegas, that is the power spot. Allison Fisher, 3-0 against Jasmin Ouschan, and she is beginning to smother the 20-year-old from Austria. The pressure mounting at the Enjoypool.com 9-ball championship. Squarely on the shoulders of Jasmin Ouschan. It is a major tour title. Previously the BCA Open 9-ball championship, now the Enjoypool.com 9-ball championship. And Jasmin is feeling what it takes to play Allison Fisher and succeed. She needs a big-time break to stay at the table and get this rack on the board, Ava.
And she got it, but that 6 ball got in there last second and blocked the pocket for the 1 into the side pocket. That was just purely bad luck. Obviously, it's not a dream position to have the cue ball right here, but she did have an open pocket into the side until the 6 got there and blocked it. So she's going to have to play safe. And that's the last thing you want to do, being down 3-0 and it being your break. But you just got to take your medicine, and really she needs to come up with a good safety here. And there's really nothing easy here, Mitch. What she would like to do is use the 3 balls, the 5, the 8, the 6, and hide behind them. Or she can go to the other side of the table. There you go. Get behind the 6. No good.
I was going to say...
She got a little bit lucky, maybe. I don't think so. I think that 1 ball snuck out maybe. She wanted to freeze her right behind that 6.
And 3 times now. Rack 1 and rack 2. Safeties gave Allison, poor safeties by Jasmin, gave Allison a little bit of an opening, and we'll see if she can take advantage here. She's looking at the rail, Ava?
Yeah, she's going to have to go rail first. She's trying to measure here where to hit, not just to make the 1 ball, but where to come around, because she needs a shot on the next ball as well. The main thing is making this 1 without scratching in the corner pocket, and she's looking at every possible thing that can go right and wrong here.
A million things going on in that championship mind right there. All distilled down to this 1 moment of shot making.
Oh, she way overcut it, and look at this. She went into the 5 right there, which was the other least favorite thing that could happen for Allison, and now a wide open opportunity here for Jasmin. She has to take advantage here,
Absolutely
Mitch.
true, and you hear the crowd kind of getting behind it. It was not, they weren't applauding for Allison missing a shot. They want a good, tight championship match. Jasmin, in her semifinal match against Helena Tornfeld, started out like a house on fire, up by 4 racks, and then started to let it slip away. And it took a brilliant break and run in the 13th rack on the both players on the hill for Jasmin to move into the finals. And she needs to catch that little bit of lightning right now against Allison.
There's nothing major here. She's got to decide just where she wants to be on the 6, and just she's got a good angle to come across for the 7. And you can see Jasmin moves pretty fast around the table, but that doesn't mean she doesn't take that extra little time to make sure she decides where she wants to be for her next shot. Well done there. A majority of the audience here have been following for a full week now. They have watched Jasmin go from beating one champion to the next. So they're very familiar with her game and what she's capable of, and I'm sure everybody in here expects a good battle between these 2 players.
And again, this is exactly the medicine that Jasmin Ouschan needs to cure that ill that was beginning to creep over her. On the board finally, here in the finals in Las Vegas, Jasmin Ouschan still trails by a couple of racks.
Tonight, it's the ESPYs, hosted by Lance Armstrong. Celebrate the best stories of the year with Ben Stiller, Will Ferrell, and the brightest stars in sports. The ESPYs, tonight at 9 on ESPN. Presented by Under Armour.
Championship season. For the athlete and the student, the game plan's the same. Put in the hours. Study your opponent. Strategize. But above all else, act. Because victory lies not just in the preparation, but in the execution. The NCAA Championships on ESPN, celebrating 100 years of the student athlete.
Hi, everybody. Trey Wingo here to tell you that mobile ESPN is now available at Sprint stores. It's true, the new wireless service from ESPN that gives you the most comprehensive sports content on a phone is now even easier to get. Go to mobileespn.com to find a Sprint store near you.
Check out the new hit movies you can order on demand, and look what you can order right now.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard.
From the makers of Scary Movie.
Idiot! Hell no, I won't marry you. God!
Date Movie, now on demand.
Make some noise for America.
Dave Chappelle is throwing a party, and you're invited. Dave Chappelle's Block Party, now on demand. Hit movies without the trip to the video store. On demand with Comcast Digital Cable.
Hi, I'm the person dollars by switching car insurance. Yep, I'm the guy. Must be, because every day they tell me about a bazillion people who switched on TV, radio, billboards. They show me entire stadiums worth of people who switched. But Progressive Direct shows you side-by-side comparisons of competitors' rates and services, so you can see if their services are worth the savings. Those gazillion people should call Progressive, because no one likes to be wrong. Think easier. Think Progressive.
The desert, and it is a duel that is finally shaping up a little bit. Allison Fisher threatening to run away with yet another championship matchup. Still leads 3-1, and with the break in rack 5. But Jasmin Ouschan finally on the board. And we will see if Allison gives her another chance in this rack to creep ever closer.
Well, watch that break. She went on the opposite side. She hit the opposite side of the one ball than she has been, and she failed to make a ball on the break this time. She's hitting with a softer break, and she's managed to make the corner ball in the corner pocket, and then this time she failed. And look at this. One ball's wide open here. The two is kind of nestled in there between a few balls, so she's going to have to really pay attention to get position. But if she gets on this two, Mitch, she's in good shape to run this rack, and that was so
good
smooth.
Speed, yep. I have been impressed, the matches that I have watched Jasmin play, in the varying speeds that she can play shots. And it might not sound like that big a deal, but it takes all kinds of speed to obviously play at this level, and she seems to have the ability to just pull out at will.
And that's a good point, because a lot of especially the younger players, you see them either have a nice soft touch or a real power smacking the balls around, trying to force the cue ball around the table. But Jasmin does have both speeds, and you really need that. What she just did on that one ball, killing the cue ball, holding it right there and spinning the one in. It's really intricate little shots, which then sets up for an easier table also later on in the run. And it's easy. You know, it is easy. I don't care who you are, what you do. If there's a player that you haven't played that much before, seen around, maybe have heard of her, maybe not, and a player who's 20 years old, especially in a sport like billiards where you need a lot of knowledge to get to a certain height of ability, it's really easy to take somebody that a little bit lightly. You know, she's just a girl. And it really is. It's hard to kind of remind yourself that she is unbelievably explosive, and she already has tons of experience from playing on the European tour.
That is another great point about Jasmin. You may not have seen her here, but they know her worldwide, and in Europe she plays consistently on the Euro Tour, the men's Euro Tour. And I talked to her about it. I asked if she was going to come over here regularly and play, and she said, I will play in America. The great tournaments and players are here, but I am not giving up playing against the men in Europe. It's what I want to do. I don't think there's that much of a difference between men and women in pool. And her attitude, because it's come from such a young age, is what is going to change the way this game is perceived. I really believe that.
Absolutely.
You and I have talked about it over the years that it should be happening, and Jasmin Ouschan is a great example of the filtering effect of young players coming in.
And she's had such an incredible support of her family, her coach. She's taken this seriously, like you said, from a very early age, and that's what it takes, is to feel like you belong. She felt like she belonged as the best player in the world, not just from the women, but men or women, since she was about 3 years old. She made up her mind.
And now has 2 racks on the board back-to-back within a rack. Jasmin Ouschan trailing Allison Fisher. While we have a moment, time to learn a little bit about the game of billiards. Here's our pro tip, sponsored by PoolDog.com and featuring our own Mark Wilson.
One of the best teaching aids we have for self-improvement is the spot on the table. This allows us to evaluate the quality of the swing based on the follow-through. Amateur players oftentimes swerve or steer through the cue ball, and it looks like this. Professional players move their stick much straighter. Learn to move your stick like this, and I'll be seeing you on ESPN.
The Riviera Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, the Enjoypool.com 9-ball championship. It's the finals, and Allison Fisher, 3 racks to lead us off in a race to 7. People were starting to think, whoops, runaway. But Jasmin Ouschan of Austria, 20 years old, has now found a rhythm. 2 racks in a row in 4 and 5, within a rack on the break in rack 6. Mitch Lawrence and the striking Viking, Eva Mattia Lawrence. And it's what we had hoped for now. Jasmin Ouschan getting a little bit of legs underneath her in that break, a powerful one and a shot on the one.
And a good one. The only thing against her right now is the fact that the cue ball's so close to the rail. That means she has to elevate the back of the cue a little bit. Makes it a little bit trickier, but I don't see her having any problems making this one ball. Very conveniently, the 2 is right here. She can either draw it up, play the 2 in the same pocket, or do what she's doing and just roll it up a little bit. Play the 2 in the opposite corner. All right, now she's going to take, the fact that she's on the shot clock, she's playing this very smartly. She's already looking at what to do with the 5 ball. Obviously, her issue right now is getting to the 4 and playing the 4 up here. She wants to be somewhere in here. But what to do with this 5, the fact that the 7 is blocking that pocket. Okay, she's going to go up and play the 4 in the side pocket instead. And now she knocked the 5 in, even in a trickier spot as far as getting position. It looks like she's going to go for a straight 1 rail position. Just high ball, make the 4, come across. Her speed control is just great, Mitch. That way she can just make this here and hold the cue ball for the 7, the 8, and come down for the 9. She's really playing smart pool, very simple pool right now.
It has been so interesting to watch the progression this week, to see the confidence building. She's always had around her an aura of, I can do this. But when you beat the players she's beaten this week, it is not just an aura anymore. This is for real. I can do this. Ava mentioned before the support of her family, her parents, Evelyn and Albin, and her coach, Mike Newman. And we can't say enough about Mike. From an early age, he met her when she was 6. So for 14 years, they have been working together on her game. Mike travels with her. Unusual in a sport that a lot of the players travel by themselves. They certainly can work with coaches. But to actually be on the road with your coach, as it is in other sports, is a great thing to watch happen in the world of billiards, I think. And how's this for an answer by 20-year-old Jasmin Ouschan? First 3 racks to Allison Fisher, next 3 to Jasmin Ouschan, and we are tied in Las Vegas.
Made in the USA, played on around the world. Ouschan.
This Friday, new heroes will rise up. Crack the code.
Did you know Jesus was a Jew?
Yeah. Cross the line.
You can't get a chick you moot.
I turn down chicks left and right.
Your chicks are your left and right.
And break the silence.
Oh. That's some white freaky stuff.
Clerks 2, rated R. Everywhere this Friday.
Wait, did you see that? Go back. Clearly, that woman is trying to get more fiber and calcium in her diet, when it's so much easier with Metamucil capsules plus calcium. Metamucil fiber for regularity, plus as much calcium as an 8-ounce glass of milk for strong bones to help prevent osteoporosis. Metamucil capsules plus calcium. Stay regular, stay strong.
With our new Super 6 mix, there's so many combinations for $6 each, the possibilities are endless. Domino's Pizza Buffalo Chicken Kickers, large pepperoni, and chicken wings.
Thanks. I could have gotten large mushroom wings and cheesy bread.
Right, or 3 large sausage pizzas.
Or wings, chicken kickers, and Cinesticks.
Yep, breadsticks.
Kickers, wings, kickers.
You win.
Honey, I won. Guy told me I won.
Domino's new Super 6 Mix. Choose 3 or more great menu items for just $6 each. Get the door. It's Domino's new Super 6 Mix.
Rack number 7 here in Las Vegas at the Riviera Hotel and Casino. The finals of the Enjoypool.com 9-ball championship. You see the Duchess of Doom with ball in hand, and here is why. Fantastic shot making by Jasmin Ouschan. Good jump. There goes the one. You see her nervously eyeing the cue ball, and with good reason. Corner pocket and a foul. Really, really nice shot by Jasmin. Unlucky on the back end of it, but the result the same. Allison Fisher with ball in hand and a table that is pretty much wide open, tied at 3 in a race to 7 for the title here in Las Vegas. Safeties have been a big part of this story so far. We talk a lot about shot-making ability, but it is often the defensive play and what you do with it that determines the outcome of a close match.
Yeah, I mean, so far, neither players have missed a ball that I can recall in the entire match. So it's come down to safeties, kicking, jumping. And so important, just controlling the table. And even if you don't make an offensive shot, you don't make that big run out, controlling the table by playing safeties or push-outs or whatever it may be is so important. And Allison has pretty much already planned this table. She knows exactly where she wants to make every ball. She's not going to take any chances. Just roll this 5 ball up, leave herself a hair of an angle on the 6. Just draw back for the 7. And that's one thing that Allison is so good at, Mitch, is making the game look so easy. And the main reason for that is because of her cue ball control. They just never have to shoot, or not never, but rarely have to shoot a difficult shot. And she needed this. You know, she may be the #1 ranked player and the strongest mental player out there on tour, but you know what? When you're ahead 3-0 and somebody comes back and answers and ties it up, it can make you a little bit shaky.
She has been challenged numerous times over the decade she has played as that cue ball rolls down table a little too far.
A lot too far. You're right. She just put way too much on that cue ball, and look at this. That's an uncomfortable cut shot to have to make in the side or the corner. I don't even know if she can make it into the side pocket. Yeah, she's going for the side. Beautiful, with built-in position. All she had to do is play the speed. You know, she just played that like that was the plan.
I said that she's been challenged before and has usually answered, and that is a terrific example of the cool, calm, collected expertise of the number one player in the world. Back up again by Iraq.
Fisher now leads 4 games to 3.
We'll take a look now at a few of our official products here at the Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championships. Masters chalk in use all week here in Las Vegas, as is the Sardo Tight Rack M5000 and Super Aramith Pro Balls. The great names in a final matchup here in Las Vegas, the Billiard Congress of America, Jasmin Ouschan, Allison Fisher, and Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship. Allison Fisher, as you saw, up by a rack against Jasmin Ouschan, who will try to answer in rack number 8. Some good work in rack number 7. This is a very, very strong-minded 20-year-old player. Jasmin Ouschan talking to her coach, Mike Newman. I asked him what he thought was her greatest strength, and without pause, he said her mental fitness. And he used the word fitness. They look at it, the mental aspect of the game, the same way you would going to the gym and working out. 3 balls on the break.
She really broke those balls well, and she has a shot at the 2. She's looking at the angle here, what to do with the cue ball. You can see the cue ball being on the rail right there. She's going to just make sure she makes this 2 ball and rolls the cue ball up. Oh, it's going to hit the 9, but look at this. Had she hit it a little bit harder? She knew, she planned to hit and go into that 9 ball as a stopper to get on the 3, and that was a little extra bonus. You hope those are going to go in.
Wow. Beautiful stroke. Ava said she had to make the 2 and concentrate on it, but had to know that the tangent line would take it toward the 9. And as we said, a fantastic result for Jasmin Ouschan. She goes for the chalk, and here it is. She realized it. Don't have to. Back to my seat. Once again, tied in Vegas.
He may not look like the nicest guy, but Brian Deegan's got heart. The kind that gets on a motorcycle and tries to make it fly. The kind that believes physics can be tamed, that you can soar upside down with a motorcycle above you on the ground closing in. The kind that knows that only the desire to win can overcome the fear of consequence. Brian Deegan's got that kind of heart. X Games 12, August 3rd through the 6th, live on ESPN and ABC. Presented by Saturn.
There is a way to recapture the world's imagination. To stay the same in one way and evolve in another. Introducing the 2007 Saturn Sky Roadster, the Aura midsize sedan, and View hybrid SUV. Saturn, like always, like never before.
I've been to Newark, Hackensack, 3 meetings back to back.
Conference in Maine, put faces to names.
Seminar, Lombard, big stack of business cards.
Stayed at Comfort Suites, got a hot breakfast free.
Warehouse inventory, Foreman had a funny story.
Big meeting, New Rochelle, told my boss all went well.
Everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
To get 3 free nights at these Choice hotels, get the no annual fee Choice Privileges Visa credit card. For reservations and more details, visit choicehotels.com. Choice Hotels. We'll see you there.
Everybody really into it now. First 3 racks went to Allison Fisher. Jasmin Ouschan answered with 3. And we have alternated 4-4 now. And Jasmin Ouschan. And we're getting to know a lot about her. We've only seen her. This is her second match on TV in America. She beat Helena Tornfeld in semifinal action to get here in the finals against Allison Fisher. But I think we're getting to know a little bit. You're not going to see a lot of reaction from Jasmin Ouschan. But she has got to be thrilled at this point, tied at 4, race to 7 for the title.
Well, the thing about Jasmin is that she is not considered herself lucky to be in this situation or happy to be in this. She wants to win. She just simply wants to win the tournament. No part of her is comfortable right now. Back to her Allison's situation, I'm sure she's going to go for the bank here, Mitch. A lot of players would play a safety, take the safer route, but her banking ability, like we said before, is really strong. Ooh. And she had a shot at this too, but she did play a two-way shot by having you miss it on the short side, and that leaves a safety in case you miss it. And on top of that, the 8 ball was conveniently in the way for part of the hit. So Jasmin has a chance to play a safe, but not an easy shot. And she needs to come with one here. I mean, the 2 biggest differences early on that made it look like Allison was going to start walking away with this match were the 2 bad safeties that Jasmin played early in the match. And she's taking her time on this. I have a feeling she's going to take her extension, just make really real sure that she doesn't leave an easy shot for Allison. She wants that to get up a little bit more. All right, not what she had in mind. She was hoping to use these balls right here to get behind a little bit more and get behind that 8 ball. She just came up a little bit short. Now Allison has a bunch of different options here. She could cut and cross bank this into the corner, or I think what I would prefer to do is just hit and stick, Mitch. Maybe draw it an inch closer towards the 8 ball, but if you hit and stick and get the cue ball to stop right about in here, have the 1 ball go around, you could leave Jasmin in a really tough situation. Oh, she drew it too much. That was the shot, but she drew it too much. Oh, look at this. Well, she still got away with a safety. Jasmin, I don't think she can hit this 1 ball, Mitch. Can she get around and go rail first? She looks like she can.
And that one hanging so close to the pocket. Question is what's going to happen with the cue ball afterwards. We are about to find out. A little bump. But I think there is indeed a window to the 2.
She came out smelling like a rose there. All she has to do now, Mitch, is make this long shot on the 2. And conveniently enough, she has the 3 ball right there. Anywhere in here you stop. And she not only has a great shot to make the 3 from here, but the balls are wide open. The 6 in the side, the 7, the 8, the 9. Could be a new leader right here.
One thing about Jasmin, you notice how athletic she looks in her play, the way she moves around the table, her focus. A lot of great players on tour started at a young age. No question about that. You can't take anything away from different players. But from the time she has been 3 years old at her parents' pool room in Austria, this is exactly where Jasmin Ouschan has pictured herself. Right here, on the biggest of stages. And given the opportunity, a lot of players would have folded under the pressure of 3-0 in a race to 7 against Allison Fisher. She has shown that she can stand up to that kind of pressure and play shots like this when given the opportunity.
What I like is it's 2 different times in this rack she was a little bit out of line, but she's showing so much strength by ignoring that and just getting up and hitting the next shot. She is really looking strong right now.
And you could see it in Allison Fisher's face for the first time, trailing Jasmin Ouschan. Well, we have a moment. We'd like to thank a couple more of our terrific supporters here at the Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship for their beautiful cues. McDermott Cue Manufacturing for their fantastic furniture. Brunswick Billiards. Moving into rack 10 here in Las Vegas, the finals of the Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship, formerly the BCA Open 9-Ball Championship. There's your defender, Allison Fisher, and in danger of losing that title because Jasmin Ouschan, 20 years old, from Klagenfurt in Austria, now leading by a rack at 5-4 in a race to 7 and with the break in rack 10. And you can feel it mounting here in Las Vegas. Mitch Lawrence and the striking Viking, Ava Mattia Lawrence, and we'll see if we get another big break out of Jasmin. Parks the cue ball.
Look at that break.
And this is, you want to talk about somebody who uses the break to her advantage. You're seeing it right there.
I mean, she just parks that cue ball and still with so much power and coming through that straight. Not too many players on the men's or the women's tour have more of a consistent and strong break than that. And as you can see, it serves her well. She's got an open shot here. The 2 passes, no problem. Killing the cue ball right there. She's going to have a shot at the 3. And here's where a lot of players will hem and haw a little bit here because she got the 8s in the way a little bit, and they got to go across and back. And to her, it's nothing. You just go up, shooting the next shot. She knows she's got it. Again, ooh, this is a little bit longer than you want, a little bit tougher than you want, but she's got an open shot at the 5, and as much as she plays and as well as she plays and her shot making ability is right there, the table seems like it's instead of 4.5 by 9, it seems like it's about 3 by 6 at the biggest, yeah. And that's what happens. You play a lot, and the pockets seem bigger, and the table seems smaller.
I think it's a great point. Because mentally, and again, I bring up what Mike Newman said about her being mentally tough. Your game is what you believe it to be. If you have fear of shots and that's how you're going to play them. Jasmin Ouschan has shown this week. She won her first 2 matches, opening tough match, 9-8 against Ga-Yoon Kim. Ranked 5th in the world and the defending WPA World 9-Ball champion. Great player on the Classic Tour at a young age. Beat Alice Rim and then lost to Melissa Herndon in the 3rd round. Was very disappointed in herself and bounced back. Tough match against Dawn Hopkins, 9-8. And then the run through the players we talked about in our opening. Karen Kaur, Kelly Fisher, Pam Treadway, who had a great tournament, Gerda Hofstetter, Shin Mei Liu, and Helena Tornfeld. And you want to talk about mental toughness. We have seen it all week. And this 9-ball for the hill.
Got a little more angle than she wanted, and she stretched out on top of it. She wanted to be more straight in on this. Nah, no problem.
Like a surgeon, 3 racks in a row. Nothing the Duchess can do about it. Jasmin Ouschan, 2 racks in the clear and on the hill.
Hi, I'm the person who didn't save hundreds of dollars by switching car insurance. Yep, I'm the guy. Must be, because every day they tell me about a bazillion people who switched on TV, radio, billboards. They show me entire stadiums worth of people who switched. But Progressive Direct shows you side-by-side comparisons of competitors' rates and services, so you can see if their services are worth the savings. Those gazillion people should call Progressive, because no one likes to be wrong. Think easier. Think Progressive.
Tonight, it's the 14th annual ESPYs, hosted by Lance Armstrong.
I know what you're thinking. What am I doing up here?
Celebrate the best stories of the year, all told in one night, with appearances by Ben Stiller.
Ain't no little bike ride down the Champs-Élysées.
Oh. Will Ferrell.
This may be the last time you walk down ESPY Lane, my friend.
And the brightest stars in sports. The ESPYs, tonight at 9 on ESPN. Presented by Under Armour.
Here's your Maui Zowie.
Order a Maui Zowie or any premium specialty pizza from Round Table, and your family could suddenly find itself in beautiful Maui. Thanks to Round Table's Maui Zowie Maui sweepstakes. Round Table and Pleasant Holidays are sending 20 families of 4 to Maui for a vacation of a lifetime. Just visit your local Round Table or roundtablepizza.com for details.
I am so glad we didn't go out for burgers.
Enter the Maui Zowie Maui sweepstakes.
Maui Zowie!
Now happening only at Round Table.
See how I'm...
On Comedy Central has it all.
What you talking about?
With Chappelle's Show, the lost episodes.
It's time to see my shoe collection. You know ballers love nice shoes. I got my own sweatshop. Damn!
Followed by an all-new season of Mind of Mencia.
Ooh, that's my favorite!
And new Reno 911.
Those are good.
All new Sundays, tonight at 9, 8 Central. Only on Comedy Central.
Okay!
The top finishers brought to you by Simonis Cloth, all the way from Chinese Taipei. Fantastic 9th place finish for up-and-coming player, the Spice Girl, Peijen Tsai. The atmosphere electric inside the Riviera Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Jasmin Ouschan, 20 years old, from Austria, one rack away from the biggest title of her career for sure. Although she is the gold medalist at the World Games and has won numerous European championships in many disciplines, this, the Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship, formerly the BCA Open 9-Ball Championship, is a major event against the best players in the world. No question about it. A ball on the break for Allison Fisher, and she needs to win 3 racks in a row, or she will lose the title she's defending.
And if anybody can do it, Allison can, and this is exactly what she needed. She made a ball on the break this time. Open shot on the 1, the 2 ball being right here. This is her major obstacle on this course right here, trying to deal with the 3 ball, which is blocked by the 8. You can see down there in the right corner. Oh my goodness, look at this.
You can feel the crowd right there. Just get a sense of it.
And I think that was, I mean, I'm guessing a mixture of not only having Jasmin go ahead 6 games to 4 and being on the hill, but also knowing that she had to deal with that 3-8 down there. It tends to make you lose concentration for just a split second thinking about that situation. But I'm sure that the fact that Jasmin has put so much pressure on there may have had something to do with Allison's miss. All right, perfect hit. That is absolutely perfect. You cannot hit a shot better than that. What she wanted was a full hit, and she got it. From there, you just hope that the 1 ball doesn't somehow land straight in the middle of the pocket. But she did that. She did as well as she could with that shot.
We have seen Allison do this to how many players over the course of time. It's interesting to watch her react to another player putting her in a position 1 rack away from elimination and the title. Takes her extension.
Allison is in a tricky spot here. You're trying to measure it. I mean, the fact that she can't hit the full 1 ball, it creates where she pretty much only either go this way with it or try to get the 1 ball and land on the end rail. But the cue ball is going to go into the 3. Oh, she decided to kick at it. All right. Oh, look at this 3 ball, little present. Even though she doesn't have a good shot at the one, I think she'll take it. She'd rather stay at the table here, Mitch, than let Jasmin at it. So keeping control of the table is usually a good thing. Well, I'll take that back. It's always a good thing.
It usually is not the word.
It's really hard to know how she's feeling here. Normally, Allison would go for this bank in a heartbeat, especially with the 2-ball being open the way it is.
Still says something about who she is.
She hit it so hard it almost rolled her in the back of the pocket and popped back out again, but the pocket accepted it, and now wide open table. That 3-8 is no longer there. She needs to absolutely run this table, needless to say.
I don't think she will go gently.
No, I'm thinking you're right there,
Either
Mitch.
way.
And if your money has to be on anybody coming back from being down 6-4 and having what has happened in this match go down, I think my money would absolutely every single time be on Allison. She is so strong mentally.
And you talked earlier in the match about the respect that both players have for the other.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one way that you show another player respect. You down a couple racks, the other player's on the hill, you are in there fighting every step of the way. Beat me if you can, has to be your attitude. Nobody has shown that more over the years than Allison Fisher. Anybody who has known her over the course of time has watched how truly graceful a champion she is. I don't think there has ever been anyone in sport that I have witnessed that has dealt with success and greatness the way Allison Fisher has. This is a perfect answer for being down 4-6. She will make Jasmin Ouschan earn it. Stays alive, still trailing by a rack here in Vegas.
No blinking, flinching, or twitching. Not when victory is measured by millimeters. The World Series of Darts premieres Tuesday at 7, followed by the World Series of Poker at 8 on ESPN.
The game's best players. The game's best table. The game's best surface. No matter how you break it, make it, say it, from every angle, in any light, Ouschan just feels right. The world's finest table with original Italian slate. Ouschan, the best in billiards.
Paradise Poker presents the online poker experience. Play now in the world's only free $1 million online poker tournament. Play online at Paradise Poker to be our next poker millionaire. Online now at paradisepoker.net.
Get what you want with Dell. Like this Inspiron B130 notebook with an Intel Celeron M processor for just $479. Dell, purely you.
The Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship is brought to you by PoolDog.com. Your billiard supplies are just a click away. By McDermott Cube for life. And by the Billiard Education Foundation, supporting the education of young pool players. This has been everything we could have wished for in the finals, the major championship, the Enjoypool.com 9-Ball Championship. The defending champion, Allison Fisher, can only sit if we move into rack 12. Jasmin Ouschan up by a rack on the hill, race to 7 with the break. Her fate right now, at least in this rack, in her own hands. And the 9-ball gods. We will see what happens. She has utilized the break to great advantage. A plethora of opportunities as a result of a big, powerful break. And once again...
Oh, you know what? This break is tough to beat. Look at that.
3 balls.
She makes 3 balls on the break. She got a shot at the 3. And look at this. Look at this layout. Watch this break. Powerful. She hits the cue ball a little bit off on the 1. You can see it was heading towards that side pocket, but avoiding that, now she's home free. And the 3 ball, conveniently enough, lands almost straight in. And here we go. She has 6 balls to make. Oh.
You got to be. You see her moving that right shoulder. You've got to be feeling a little bit of butterflies, knowing you are 1 rack away from this championship. I don't care who you are and how young and what great nerves you might have.
And now she's faced with, this is the shot of the tournament for Jasmin right now, getting on this 6 ball. The 8 ball has got it covered, so she needs to get absolutely perfect on this.
Well, you saw her jump up just a hair.
And she did. Woo! Her dream shot would have been dead straight in, but just the fact that she got through there and she's still at the table with an open shot. You can see the angle she has right there. She can't stop the cue ball. It's forced to go to the right. It looks like she's going to try to just draw it across and back out again. No, oh, she's flirting with the 8 ball, but she got out. And you know what, Mitch?
She's still going to have to come with it here.
What a story this is.
Well, I just mentioned butterflies and nerves. In here, we feel it. In the booth, we can feel it. Because there is nothing to me more exciting than watching work pay off and talent emerge. And we're getting to do that all in one package here in Jasmin Ouschan. I'm sure her parents, Evelyn and Albin, as they watch this, are going to be going absolutely crazy. Her coach, Mike Newman. You know, we all see the matches. We don't see the hard work, the years of dedication and drills that go into making a champion. We're seeing the end result of all that right now.
And you gotta give it to this girl. She is so incredibly impressive. And Allison has done so few things wrong in this match. It is absolutely amazing to see her get beat when she really hasn't missed a single ball.
Take nothing away from Allison Fisher for a runner-up finish here in Las Vegas, undefeated to the finals and another fantastic week. But right now, the spotlight firmly on an emerging star who has arrived, Jasmin Ouschan. And now it's time for our shot of the match, brought to you by McDermott Hughes Manufacturing. This definitely a turning point. Jasmin Ouschan, rack 8, down by a rack at 3-4 to Allison Fisher. A difficult shot on the 2. That's all she cared about doing, was making that ball. Had a feeling that the 9 might be involved, goes for the chalk, and look at this. Realizes at this point that she has just tied up the match. Definitely a turning point. At the end of a glorious week here in Las Vegas at the Riviera Hotel and Casino, the trophy presentation, Steve Tipton on the left, the Executive Director of the Billiard Congress of America, Steve Dukoff, in the center, the President of Ouschan Billiards, Greg Hovey, presenting a runner-up trophy to Allison Fisher. Tried valiantly to defend the title she won last year. And as Ava said, basically did not a whole lot wrong. Did not miss a ball and finds herself on the short end of a 7-5 score. And this is the moment that this young woman has waited for. 20-year-old Jasmin Ouschan, gold medalist at the World Games European championships all over the place, but this one, the biggest to date, and to boot, beating the number 1, 2, and 3 ranked players in the world along the way. Say hello to Jasmin, Ouschan. We're glad you've been with us here at the Riviera Hotel and Casino. Accommodations graciously provided by them. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Mitch Lawrence.